Every time a drug recall or regulatory warning hits the news, one phrase echoes almost instantly: it must be a small pharma company. Small pharma, a term that's come to mean non-compliance, poor quality, shortcuts. But have we ever paused to ask, is that really true? Are small pharma companies truly the weak link in India's medicine supply chain? Or are they the silent heroes, the ones producing the medicines that keep millions healthy, despite working under enormous financial and regulatory pressure? In this video, I will explore the full truth, the real struggles, the silent reformers, and yes, the few who still resist change. I will talk about revised Schedule M, investment barriers, regulatory fear, big pharma competition, and the mindset that separates compliant manufacturers from careless ones. This isn't a story of blame, it's a story of balance. Of how India's most vital industry must evolve without losing its foundation. India's pharmaceutical industry is called the pharmacy of the world. It supplies nearly 1/5 of global generic medicines, from life-saving antibiotics to affordable vaccines. But here's what most people don't realize. Behind this global image stand thousands of small and medium enterprises, the ones that don't appear in glossy advertisements but ensure that every Indian, in every town, gets their medicine on time. They don't own skyscrapers or multinational logos, but without them, India's healthcare system simply wouldn't function. India has more than 10,500 licensed pharmaceutical manufacturing units, spread from the industrial belts of Badi, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Indore, and Goa to smaller clusters in Sikkim, Puducherry, and Himachal Pradesh. Nearly 70% of them are small or medium-scale enterprises. These companies run with lean teams, sometimes 50 to 100 employees, yet they handle everything from production to packaging to dispatch. They manufacture the everyday generics, paracetamol, multivitamins, antacids, antibiotics, cough syrups, the affordable drugs that reach rural dispensaries, government hospitals, and local chemists. They are the unsung backbone of India's healthcare ecosystem. When supply chains broke during the pandemic, these small units stepped up to keep medicines flowing. But despite their contribution, many of them carry a stigma. They are often labeled as non-compliant or unprofessional, simply because they can't invest like big corporations can. In reality, small pharma is not one group, it's a spectrum. Some are world-class, some are on their way, a few, admittedly, are still stuck in the past. Understanding that difference is crucial before passing judgment. So if they're the backbone of India's medicine network, why are they constantly under pressure and suspicion? To understand that, we need to step into their reality, where every decision is a balance between quality, cost, and survival. Most small pharma companies live on margins thinner than paper. Under the Drug Price Control Order, MRPs are fixed by the government. Even a 10 rupees strip might earn them less than a rupee after taxes and distribution. Meanwhile, power tariffs rise, packaging materials get costlier, and raw materials fluctuate daily. Yet, they must still maintain validation, calibration, environmental monitoring, and documentation, all with limited manpower. Many operate in rented facilities, juggling loan license clients, third-party batches, and regulatory inspections, all at once. In short, they don't choose shortcuts, they're forced to balance survival and standards. And just when they were beginning to stabilize, came the biggest regulatory change in decades, the revised Schedule M. The new revised Schedule M, updated after nearly 20 years, is a landmark reform. It brings India's GMP requirements closer to WHO GMP and international expectations. It emphasizes risk-based validation, data integrity, quality culture, and documented traceability. It's the right direction, but for small manufacturers, it's also a steep climb. Upgrading a non-sterile plant to meet these standards means investing 2 crore rupees to 5 crore rupees in HVAC zoning, epoxy flooring, controlled utilities, new documentation systems, and employee training. For a company with 10 crore rupees 12 crore annual turnover, that's almost half its revenue. Imagine the pressure. And yet, many are trying, hiring consultants, sending QA teams for training, improving SOPs. They need time and support, not immediate penalties. Compliance achieved through cooperation lasts longer than compliance achieved through fear. Small pharma units live inside an economic trap. They can't raise prices because of market competition, can't cut costs without risking quality, and can't expand without risking debt. Payments from distributors often delay for months. Tender orders demand the lowest bid, leaving negligible margins for reinvestment. Then there's attrition. Every time a trained QA executive leaves for a multinational, the entire compliance system takes a step back. Digital transformation could solve many issues, but even a basic validated software license can cost lakhs per year, beyond their current reach. So they do the best they can with what they have, fighting to keep the plant running and documentation complete. In this battle, another invisible force adds pressure: Big Pharma. When a multinational giant faces a quality issue, it's called a deviation. When a small company does, it's called corruption. That double standard shapes perception. Small firms often manufacture for those same giants under contract, following their SOPs, their audits, their QC methods, yet the brand gets the credit, and the manufacturer gets the risk. If something goes wrong, the small unit faces the inspection, not the brand. This imbalance feeds the myth that small equals unsafe, when, in truth, many small units produce world-class quality with far fewer resources. Regulatory oversight is essential, but it must uplift, not intimidate. Many small manufacturers describe inspections as unpredictable and inconsistent. Different inspectors interpret clauses differently, timelines are unclear, documentation expectations vary. The result? Confusion and fear. Instead of mentorship visits, inspections sometimes feel like punishment. This discourages openness. Firms start preparing for audits, not for patience. True progress happens when audits guide improvement, not just point out failure. Now, to be transparent, not every small pharma company is a victim. There are a few who refuse to change. These are the ones who still believe GMP is a formality, that documentation can be backdated, and that regulators won't notice. They skip validations, reuse batch records, and operate with outdated SOPs written decades ago. They know better, but they don't care. These few bring shame to the rest. They reinforce stereotypes, and their negligence makes life harder for those genuinely trying to improve. And for them, excuses no longer apply. The future has no room for unwillingness. So how do we deal with this mix of excellence and negligence? Through graded accountability. Not all small pharma units are at the same level of GMP maturity, so the approach must be tiered. Imagine a system like this: Category A, fully compliant and export ready. Category B, partially compliant, working toward full standards. Category C, non-compliant but willing to upgrade. Category D, persistently unwilling or unethical. Category D deserves strict enforcement, even closure if needed, because patient safety is non-negotiable. But categories B and C, they deserve mentorship, phased timelines, and training support. Because you don't build a quality culture by destroying its learners. The way forward is not fear, it's empowerment. Government and industry must walk hand in hand. Create GMP support cells in every state. Offer tax incentives for modernization. Organize regular awareness programs on the revised Schedule M. Industry associations and consultants must guide, not just audit. Small pharma needs a partner, not a prosecutor. If India invests in these 7,000 plus small units, we don't just upgrade factories, we strengthen public trust in Indian medicines worldwide. Quality should not depend on the size of the company, it should depend on the size of its commitment. So, are small pharma companies bad? No, they are diverse, determined, and deeply essential. Most are working hard, despite limited means, to meet new GMP expectations. A few are unwilling, and they must either evolve or exit. Because the future of Indian pharma depends on every plant, every process, every person embracing quality as a way of life, not as a requirement for inspection. Small pharma isn't the problem. It's the foundation of a system that needs nurturing, not neglect. If you believe small pharma deserves guidance, not just judgment, share this video with your colleagues and teams. Let's build awareness, not fear. Let's make compliance a common mission. I'm Rajesh, and you're watching Pharma Health Insights. Thank you for being part of this journey toward a safer, smarter, and more compliant pharma industry. Remember, compliance isn't a fear, it's our future. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What's your experience with the new Schedule M and small-scale manufacturing challenges? Your perspective can help thousands of others learn and adapt. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pharma Health Insights. Your support helps me to continue creating authentic, educational content on pharma, healthcare, and quality systems.